What we were saying is we graphed the red line y equals x where this y-intercept over here should be 0. God bless. I don't know why I wrote 1. But I know I knew it was 0 because I did up 1 over 1 through the y-intercept is 0. Here we begin at 0. And now we're working on the blue line. We subtract 3 from both sides and we get y equals negative 2x minus 3. And if we look carefully at that, the slope, which is always the number in front of the x, is negative 2. The y-intercept's negative 3. So I begin, that's why we use the b for y-intercept, at negative 3. Then it's down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1. I have a question. Did anybody begin here and then go up 2 over 1? Bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah, negative always goes down.
Yeah, I started that way, but I went that way because I saw it was coming up.
Yeah, remember this. Remember that we read slopes like we read language, left to right. So if it's negative, it goes down. If it's positive, it goes up, okay? That's a fairly common mistake when kids first start doing this work. God bless you. It's a fairly common mistake when kids first start doing the work, but it should be ironed out by now. When I do that, they cross here at the point negative 1, negative 1. So that's my solution. Make sure you label that solution. If you don't get credit for it. And then you got to come over here and check. So I rewrite both original equations. Y plus 3 is negative 2x. I plug in negative 1 and negative 1 for x and y. See that it checks. And same thing here. See that it checks. Okay? Guys, that's a very important question. And we did a series of quizzes on this. Not the recent quiz, but the set before that. And we did very well on those quizzes. So I believe that if you got this wrong, it's not so much that you can't understand it. It's that you kind of forgot a little bit. And you got to jar your memory and get that more right. Okay? Any questions? Okay. Next up. Number 12. Take a look at your work. See what you came up with. A works out to be 2. B works out to be negative 1. How many people got A is 2 and B is negative 1? Raise your hand if you got that right. Put them up nice and high so I can see. How many people got A is 2 and B is negative 1? One person. 2 people. 3. Anybody else? Well, what you need to remember here is that they're lined up on top of each other. Now, what is that word? Well, first off, what's the technique that you use when they're lined up on top of each other? Elimination. Good. Now, what does the word eliminate mean in the English language? What is it? Get rid of. Now, I can choose to get rid of either variable. You know what was hard about this one? What was difficult is if you look, the A's have the same sign. They're both positive. The B's have the same sign. They're both negative. When they have the same sign, the number out in front, the number that you're choosing to multiply by, one of them has to be a negative. And that'll change the sign. It doesn't matter which one. It's just one of them has to be a negative. So if you look here, I want to get rid of the B's. So when I want to get rid of a letter, all I got to do is take whatever letter's here, put it here, and whatever one's here, put it here. And then I have to, if the signs are the same like they are here, it's a minus and a minus, change one of them. One of them has to be negative. And once I do that, I distribute, and then I distribute again with the 5. I add them up. Negative A is negative 2. Divide by negative 1. A is equal to 2. Kevin, you're frustrating me to no end because, no, don't you dare shake your head because then it's going to get ugly in here. Look at me. Pick your head up and look. Here's the deal. If you don't want to learn this, Kevin, it's okay. I want you to learn. I desperately do. But you are in control of your own life. My problem is whomever you're distracting. So if you don't want to learn it, just, I don't know, stare at your paper doodle, do whatever you're going to do. Hopefully you do want to learn it. But right now you're taking somebody down with you, and that's what I object to. I hope you can understand that. Now, A works out to be 2. So now I can pick either one of these original equations. I don't care which one. In this case, I'm going to choose the bottom one because the numbers are a little smaller. And I take the 2 and I put it in for A because it says right there that A is 2. So 3 times 2 minus 4B is 10. 3 times 2 is 6. I subtract the 6. 10 minus 6 is 4. I divide by negative 4 because that's what's in front of the b. Danger, danger, danger. Don't forget about that negative. Dividing by negative 4, b is negative 1. And there's my checks over here owed to Mr. Frank. Okay? Now, of course, I'm recording this right now. So if you're struggling with any part of this, what do you think you can do over the weekend? Yeah, watch the video. Go through, watch it, check it out, hear it again for a second or a third time. Okay, now, the next thing that we want to do, substitution technique. That's what we did here, except in this particular problem, it's y equals, on the quiz I saw some people put 3x minus 1 in for x. No, 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 no. It's y equals, so this goes in for the y. That's what I did here. I distribute the 2 and so on. Hey, do a great job on the work I gave you today. We will talk more about that on Monday. Hasta la vista, vaya con Dios, Kulu, tata. Arrivederci, smile a lot, ciao, arrivederci, adios amigos y amigas. Cheerio, sayonara, tata, garusharus. See ya.
Second Marrero,
Take
2 die
care.
sets, please, Becky.
Hasta la bye-bye. Sam, did you see the little things you did wrong in your quiz?
Jason Livercore.
Because you were very close to
Jason
getting 100.
Livercore to
Okay?
that.
I was about to say you dropped that. Never grabbed that.
Caitlin Zio, please come to the help office. Caitlin Zio.
Since I don't have that paper of like the recommendations from the teachers, do I go to like my first period teacher now?
Yeah, you can go to your first period teacher, and if they don't have it, you can go to guidance.
Alright.
Okay, lots of hustle, guys. Figure it out. Okay. First, I need those course recommendation sheets. Before we do that, does anybody want to take the computer class?
Can I bring my pencil back to the station? Because I took my pencil.
What, sharpen it?
No, can I take it back to her? Because she was like, I'll make sure I get it back.
You have a pencil other than here?
No.
I don't have one to lend you, but yeah, you can bring it back. But first let me get this thing going with the sheets, and then you can bring it back.
Okay.
Okay. So, here's the deal. We're going to have to put down your math selection for next year, but some of you may want to do the computer course that the teacher came in and gave the presentation on. Remember that? Is there anybody who wants to do that? Nobody? Okay. Then pass your sheets over to the side and I'll grab them.
This one?
They can pass to you, yeah.
Thank you. I love your nails. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Next up, quiz time. Now, the second one doesn't work out beautifully, but if you just find the first letter and then plug it in, we're good enough. I think it's okay to do that. You are welcome. And then when you're done with the quiz, someone can check that you have yesterday's work done, and you can start on today's work. Yeah.